Okay, let's do some face havening touch. So the areas that we use in the face are under the eyes and above the eyebrows. So I'm going to do a little bit above the eyebrows. And so we're just going across here. And again, it's quite firm and slow. And although it looks like a kind of drag, rather than drag your skin, allow your fingers to just kind of lightly travel across. It's lovely and soft. And you might play with that a little bit. Slow yourself down. You can slow yourself down by counting the little touches as you make that journey from the center of your forehead out. And one thing I like to do with this, because havening touch should be fun and pleasant, is to make my touch like a smile. So just going up the way. I'm just going to take my glasses off to do under the eyes. So under the eyes, again, we don't want to be dragging the skin here, so it's more like this little travelling across. It looks like a pool, doesn't it? It looks like a stroke, but it's lots of little, just touch, 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 touch. Of course, the face is very, very sensitive. We think of washing your face or putting on moisturizer or your makeup, and this area here really activates and sends a signal. The fibers on our skin, where we have this hairy skin, are called C-tactile fibers, and they activate a certain kind of gentle, slow touch. And the response to this is an electrical signal goes to the brain. And the way I think of it, to make it easy to think about, is a signal safe. Because of all of our experiences from the womb to when we were born and we were held and fed, we have so many learning, so many receptors in our brain about this representing safety. So that's how it works, because you have the receptors there already and they're activated, and that sets up a certain activity in the brain, which is like signaling that we're safe. So if we're feeling unsafe, it's a very, very quick way of sending a signal, actually, I'm okay. And that's why it's important that it's pleasant. It will work automatically. It's a mechanistic thing, if you like. So when we touch here, the signal is going to happen. We won't be aware of that signal happening because it's electrical and it's very quick. It's quicker than a blink. And we're going to repeat the signal, so each time we're touching, we're repeating that signal safe. So, phew, up, and that changes our brainwaves to a slower brainwave, and so that's very useful. You can really, really utilise that. I'm going to pop my glasses back on again and do a bit more on my forehead. One of the things I'm doing if I'm self-havening is sometimes depends on the technique that you're using, but there's different things that you can do. Maybe we'll talk about that in another video. Keep it simple today. But that's how it works. And so again, I like to do a little smile. Upwards. Upwards. And I think when you're doing face havening, you might start off a little bit looking down, but just like the palm havening, bring yourself up to being straight and looking up. And even as you follow the touches, I'm looking at the cameras for your film, but if you're doing this yourself, you probably, your eyes are going to follow those hand movements. So, you're looking up. Something to bear in mind. Just little extra details that you can use. They're not completely necessary, but they're useful to use. Okay, so you see how I just went back to doing palm havening, and see I'm kind of doing this kind of movement. So you'll notice that as you learn havening touch, you'll just start to use it. I notice that I use it now for all sorts of different things. There's so many different havening techniques, And with each havening technique we use havening touch. And sometimes that means we're using havening touch in slightly different ways. So there's lots of things to learn. So for this one, this priming that we're doing, we're just keeping it nice and simple. And now I've gone to arm havening touch. I'm sort of noticing after the fact. Okay, so enjoy your havening touch and explore it for yourself. Notice what you like about it. And it's ideal to do all three. That's the perfect